Good morning, YouTube. Today, we're going to change out the clutch and the exhaust in this Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and over there is Adam. And we are at the Howard, and we are going to be tearing this thing apart. So actually, it's going to be a few videos because there's no way we're going to squeeze it all into one. We're going to start working on it today. We're going to be pulling off the bumper, pulling off the exhaust, pulling out the transmission, replacing the clutch, and then throwing it all back together, except for, of course, new clutch and a new exhaust, and it should sound glorious. And by the way, that exhaust is for sale on our website, normalguysupercar.com. It is a Klein Inconel exhaust, and it's going to sound glorious. I can't wait to hear it. So we'll give you the before and after, what it sounds like, and of course, we'll take it out for a spin once it's all done, and just, perfection. Support us, go to normalguysupercar.com. We do appreciate when you guys do that. You can use the code NGS10. It hooks you up with 10% off almost everything we sell. And also like, share, and subscribe. We do appreciate when you guys can support us. That keeps us going and grows the channel. So thank you so much to all of you that have done that. All right, guys, let's tear apart this beautiful car and hopefully make it better. All right, YouTube. So we were trying to get it on the lift, and well, the joys of having an ultra low car that's been lowered even more is that it won't fit on the lift, especially when you have a giant 10,000+ pound lift. So we tried Richard's jack, and well, his jack wasn't sufficient, so we had to go buy a new jack. So now we got a jack.
Check this out, YouTube.
Ooh, oh, that was spiffy.
It is. All from Harbor Freight, no less.
I know, right? So we're gonna get this thing finally up on the lift. Okay, it only took us like an hour, but we think it's ready to lift. So we'll give it a shot and go nice and slow at first and double check, make sure we don't...
I don't hear any.
No, it's just the lift.
I was just about to say I didn't hear any creaking noise.
I just wanted to check that it didn't touch. The problem with this car is the carbon sticks out so far that I do not want to crack that.
It's like a ½ millimeter off the...
Yeah, it's like literally you can't even...
Can you fit a piece of paper into that?
Oh yeah, you can fit a piece of paper. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. She flies. All right, well, we know we need the bumper off, so we're gonna start there.
Torx bits.
There are, well, the bumper, this little heat shield, eventually this air box, the oil system right there, the exhaust. I mean, everything kind of comes off on this car. And these panels have to come off. I think they have like some hidden screws hiding somewhere in there. We'll get some lights so you can see them. This panel actually came this way. It's missing some screws, so we'll get some to replace that and get it tightened up. I'm assuming this is going to be a common problem on these Gallardos, which is this little plastic trim. You know, get some better light in here. So you can see this plastic trim stuff is all cracked, and I'm assuming that's probably just because the exhaust is right there, so this is probably hot as hell. This center section is pretty good, but I don't think it gets as much heat. And then again, this section you can see, yeah, it's kind of cracked there and cracked up there. So I don't know, we'll see if we can even source that part. I suspect that's one of those parts that's kind of unobtainium. If not, we're gonna have to like glue it back together or something so it just holds those grills in better, because that's kind of terrible. So I don't know if this is just because this car is old or if it's a Lamborghini thing, but so far none of the fasteners match. So I've already had like 3 or 4 different types of fasteners just on these grills. And then looking right here on these, look at, we've got a Torx and then we've got an Allen on the same taillight. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job. Thanks, guys. We're gonna remove the taillights. Then Adam's working on the fender liners. We got the wheels off. And then we're gonna get the bumper cover off, which has a bunch of these bolts all along here, all over the place. So we'll get them all off. Okay, so we're looking in where the taillight is supposed to be. And in there, there's 2 10 millimeter bolts holding on the bumper cover. I got a ton of Torx bits all over here, so we gotta get all these off. All right, before we pull off the bumper, I just want to show you this plastic stuff is terrible and totally fell apart in a bunch of spots. We have a pile of plastic there, yeah. So anyway, I think the bumper's ready to come off. We're gonna give it a shot. Oh, no, wait. There's a light here. Oh, geez. Yeah, we're gonna have to pop it off before we can get to it. Okay, the wires are like hugged right up here. The regular Gallardo, it's connected. This one's different because it's Super G. All right. Oh, there's the wire. There it is. This is the lightest bumper cover we've done. There you go.
Not be a little bitch.
There you go. We're full Lambro mode. All right, so now we're removing this like heat shield that kind of is up there and right there, which is held on these brackets. So we got those off. All right, we thought that was gonna make it easier, and it really kind of didn't. Oh, it's just, you know what it is? It's just surrounding, it's completely surrounding the muffler. I would just leave it until we remove the muffler.
And then we can probably drop
Yeah,
it
it'll
off
just
the
drop
bottom.
down, yeah. So during lunch, we were sitting there discussing this plastic trim piece that holds on all those mounts. A substantial number of the actual mounting parts are gone. Like they just fell apart. You can see this one's like totally shattered. And yeah, when Richard flips it over, you can see like this one's totally devastated, totally cracked. Same with this side. I mean, everything's just cracked and falling. Look at that's cracked. So this whole big piece is just kind of falling apart. So we were looking to see if there's replacements. So our concern was if we bought a OEM one, it would just be the same problem. It's just going to fall apart again. So
Well, in OEM, the only way to get an OEM is you have to buy the whole bumper.
right, yeah, they won't sell just that part. So this guy seems to have one for 439 euros, and apparently it's made out of fiberglass, which should be a little bit better than plastic. So I say we do it. Yeah.
What's that bumper made out of?
Oh, that's probably fiberglass.
Yeah, and it's not having any problems.
No.
It's this inner thing.
No, they use
And the inner
plastic
thing- And that whole inner thing, all it's trying to do is just hold little
tabs.
decorative pieces.
Yeah.
Nothing structural, and it's falling apart. Yet the whole bumper that's fiberglass is fine.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna get that ordered. So next thing we gotta do is start removing this and this. We were watching some other YouTubers that have done these clutch jobs, and that seems to be the trick, is get these all out of the way. That way you can kind of crane it out. Okay, got off the bumpers and support members and stuff. You can see the wonderful muffler that probably weighs a gajillion pounds. It's not quite as bad as the regular gyro muffler. This is the Superleggera specific muffler, but it still looks like a giant turd, and well, still probably sounds terrible compared to what we're gonna get with that Klein. So anyway, we gotta get all this off, then we gotta start taking all this stuff off. So just kind of chipping away at it one thing at a time. Well, if you were to be just doing the exhaust, this is how far you'd need to go. So we have the exhaust out. Those are the cats. They're still there. And there is the giant turd exhaust. By the way, if one of you has a regular Gardo and wants the Superleggera exhaust, we could probably sell it to you for like dirt cheap. Shipping would probably be really expensive, but hey, it at least would be louder and lighter because that is a lot smaller than the regular Gardo trashy exhaust. Ooh, nifty stuff. Oh yeah, here's the actuator for the F1 system. Here are all the F1 lines. So we gotta get this guy out of here. We still gotta get the oil reservoir out of here, which means we gotta drain the oil. Got the air box out of there. To get the air box out, you kind of have to disconnect the wiring harnesses. There's also that like breather tube right here you gotta disconnect, and the air inlets right here. So a bunch of stuff, and then once you get all that done, well, then it kind of comes out pretty easily. All right, so there, right there is our oil drain plug for the bottom of the engine, and then over here, there it is. That is the drain plug for the sump. I know, I hate these. And go. Yeah, not too bad. Ready? Oil is drained. We're gonna change the oil filter once we get the car lowered. We'll add oil later once we're all done with this. Now we gotta get the half shafts, the drive shafts disconnected. But it looks like we got pretty good access out here, so that's good. All right, as long as we're doing all this, we're gonna change the trans fluid, the trans oil, so that's right here. And this guy right here, there's like a little filter. Gotta kind of like pry it off. Gonna pry it off with a screwdriver. Oh God, is that the diff fluid that stinks so bad? I think it is. There we go. Oh no. It's got some pressure on it. Glub, glub, glub.
That was disappointing.
That was kind of anticlimactic, wasn't it? Yeah. That was actually kind of disappointing. I thought it was going to be way more awesome than that. I know you're supposed to pull these and check them for debris. Yeah, see, like there's a little bit of metal shavings on it.
Oh.
It's not uncommon, but it's not much. It's just a little bit.
Can't wait until the internet tells us how wrong we are about
Yeah.
metal shavings being there.
Okay, so we got the car pretty near the ground because we're gonna pull out the oil sump while we got it down here. Adam just did the drive shafts, so that's done. You can see we still have to get the actuators off. So this is the F1 or E-gear actuator system. So the best way to do this is just kind of unbolt it and then put it over the side. Oh yeah, Megan's here.
Helping.
She's helping. And there's some others.
Bitch up.
Classing this bitch up. So let's get that first out of here, and then we'll get some more room to do some other shit. All right, YouTube, we ran into a snag, which is we need two 36mm wrenches in order to get that one off, and we only have one. So we thought, you know what, this is pretty good for the day. It's getting late in the day. We'll continue working on this tomorrow, which means you're gonna have to wait for the next video. That's right, suckers, you gotta wait. So sorry about that, but yeah, made pretty good progress. We got a lot of stuff out of there. The exhaust is out. I mean, we're basically like, I'd say like 80% of the way there. I mean, we got a lot of
getting the transmission out?
Yeah, there's a lot of hoses that we got to disconnect. Still got to get the F1 or the actuators off. That'll be not too terrible. And then, of course, we got to actually get the cherry picker and hoist it and yank it out of here. I would say we've got it tomorrow. We'll definitely get it out tomorrow. Thank you so much for supporting us. Please like, share, and subscribe. That does help us out, so thank you. And also, you can go visit normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services for your car. And use the code NGS10. It'll hook you up with 10% off. But I guess that's it for today. So we're going to kind of continue on. You're going to want to stay tuned for the next video because we're going to be doing more cool car stuff. So it's going to be sweet.